This is the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Realty Exchange, the top-performing real estate company in the Huntington, West Virginia Tri-State Area. Each week, your host, W.G. Bunch, and his guests share memories and stories about the past, the present, and the future of the Huntington Tri-State Area. That's Huntington, West Virginia, Ashland, Kentucky, and the Chesapeake and Proctorville, Ohio areas. If you used to live here, or you currently live here, you're going to catch yourself saying out loud, "Wow, I remember that." Now, here's WG.
Hey, here we are. What's happening? Here we are. There you are. It's the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine podcast. We'd like to welcome you aboard, welcome you inside the time machine. I have a fantastic special guest that I'm going to be introducing here in just a second. First, let me let you know about our fantastic, I keep using fantastic. I need to use wonderful, maybe. Wonderful sponsor, Realty Exchange. Realty Exchange for all of your real estate needs. Number one in the Huntington Tri-State Area. 5 years, I think, running. I mean, it's been a while. Pretty much just, rocking and rolling. Realty Exchange, realty-ex.com. That's the website where you can get more information about Realty Exchange. You can contact me. Hey, believe it or not, I'm an associate broker with Realty Exchange, and I'd love to take care of your real estate needs. 304-633-3950. That's me, 304-633-3950. And Realty Exchange services West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, and Florida. Special shout out also to our podcast consulting group. They're the production company. They make this whole thing happen. Circle 270 Media. If you're thinking about doing a podcast, you're doing a podcast, nobody's listening, and you're wondering why, contact Circle 270 Media. You can find them, Google them. They're easy to find. They're a huge reason why we're being so successful on our end. Now, let me talk to you about my special guest today. My special guest today, if you've listened to past episodes, you may have listened to the one called Ritter Park Snow Days, in which I opened up my heart and I told everyone about the dance that never was.
Yeah.
And my guest today is Susan Weekley Wylie. How are you, Susan?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We have got quite an adventure to talk to you about today. The place that we went to is one of those places where, since I started the podcast, people have said, are you going to do a podcast on this place? Roll-A-Rama. That's our place.
Yeah.
And Susan's quite the skater.
Oh, yes.
And I am quite the faller.
No, you got that backwards.
Yeah. But Susan contacted me and said, hey, I'd love the podcast. When you do Roll-A-Rama, you better take me or I will beat I think your exact words were, I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, probably.
Which I can't believe. Wow. I mean, I was threatened and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll take you. So that's where we went to Roll-A-Rama. As we were growing up, it was known for birthday parties. I don't think I ever went to Roll-A-Rama and it wasn't a birthday party. But when your daughter was young, she decides she wants to have a roller skating party at Roll-A-Rama. You must have been pretty excited. You're going to get a little trophy that does not have your name on it, but it's going to be a little roller skate and whatnot. Now, how old would she have been? What's the background there? Approximately how old would she have been, like in her early teens or in
She, I believe, was turning 11.
Okay, turning. All right, so yeah. She's turning 11. All right. And I'm bad with this. When you're turning 11, you're in what grade? Sixth grade. Okay.
Or fifth.
Way back in the prehistoric days, one of the rules was you had to invite everyone in your class.
Yeah.
Did she have to invite everyone in her class?
I remember her inviting everybody, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because those were the only birthday parties I got invited to.
Right.
are the ones where they said you have to invite everyone in your
Yeah.
class, and I think I remember overhearing kids going, even WG. and I remember because I was in the coat closet going, that's not nice. I'm just going to sit back here and eat some more paste.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was in Sophie's days. Now in your days.
In my days.
How many birthday parties do you remember having at Roll-A-Rama? One or more?
Just one. I remember third grade.
And
Third grade. And that.
how many do you think you went to for other people?
Oh, wow. Probably all together throughout grade school, at least 10.
10?
Yeah.
Look at little Miss Popular over there.
Well, I mean, I'm just guessing.
Oh my
God. It was a popular place. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about kindergarten through 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, I guess so. I think I went to. I think I had 2, and I think I went to maybe 4 or 5. And again, that's that mathematic formula of I had to invite everyone. And it was also interesting because I had to invite everyone, and still more than half of them went, no thanks.
Oh, really?
Because they found out it was for me.
Oh. Right.
And they said, I'm getting a Roll-A-Rama party. Yeah, it's WG's birthday. Oh, yeah, I'm busy.
Oh, yeah, right.
I was like, what else are you doing? They're
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, just something's popped up.
Oh, everybody came.
Yeah.
Everybody. They were always, the whole class came.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I remember inviting the other class too. Like both classes.
Well, now you're getting greedy.
I know.
Now you're just like, I want as many gifts as I can get.
But I'm kind of thinking that I did invite both. I might just be.
No, that could be.
I don't remember. Somebody would.
Wait a second. That would have been approximately what year?
78.
Because there was a billboard on Fifth Avenue that I remember in about 78 that said, Roll-A-Rama birthday party, all kids welcome for SW.
Yeah.
And
that was me.
That was you?
That was me.
Nice. You cashed in on that. and I also remember on the billboard it said, no gifts, cash only.
Cash only.
Yeah,
Of course.
which that's when I first learned about U.S. savings bonds. And I was like, wow, okay, well, whatever. Yeah, well, so before we get into our current trip, because we have to do the flashback of the whole thing. All right. I've got a couple games, and I want to knock one of them out. Hate to say knock one of them out. Everybody loves the games. If you were around in our era, I think you're going to like this. Susan doesn't know what's coming. Susan, this is going to, and I'm anxious to hear her answers. Not necessarily roller rink questions, but let's talk late 70s, early 80s-ish. I'm going to ask her favorites. Play along at home. Susan, take your time before you answer because I want to make sure. Because if your answer doesn't match my answer, it's wrong.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. First question. And this is called This or That. Love Boat or Laverne and Shirley? What do you think? Your favorite?
My favorite would be Laverne and Shirley.
Really?
Yeah.
I was a Love Boat guy.
Well, I liked them both, but I just remember Laverne and Shirley was on a weeknight, and the Love Boat was on Saturday. So Saturdays were already fun.
Unless you sat home watching the Love Boat with your mom. Hey, Mom, it's time for Love Boat.
Probably.
Fantasy Island's right after it. Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna cry.
I probably remember all that wrong, but
No, you're fine. No, okay. I'll give you a point for that. All right, next one. Everybody, play along at home. This is interesting. Let me ask you from a growing up standpoint, your favorite, Billy Joel or Elton John?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel growing up.
Yes.
Today, and they tour together all the time. They've numerous tours and stuff. Today, would you rather go see Billy Joel or Elton John?
Probably Billy Joel, because I didn't know Elton John growing up.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
I heard his music, of course, but I didn't know who he was, because he wasn't. His stuff was older, wasn't he?
A little bit. Yeah. Billy Joel was much more prominent in the 80s. That's for sure. But it's, I just love the fact that they both have decided our CDs are right next to each other's in the bin because of our last names, Joel and John. Might as well tour together.
Right.
Right.
May as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm probably more of an Elton guy.
Well, I had a brother that just blared Billy Joel, so all the time, and his room was right above mine, so I, couldn't have.
So he had to be a big shot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
And he had to sing every word.
Some people out there got it, but it's okay. All right, I already know the answer to this, and you already know my answer. Grease or Star Wars?
Grease.
Did you ever see Star Wars
I
as a kid?
saw it, but it didn't make any sense to me. I don't think I even stayed awake, actually.
Get out of here.
This
interview is over.
Isn't that sad?
No, it's not sad. That you're not the first person to tell me that exact same thing. All right. Now I'm going to throw a Tiger Beat question at you.
Ooh,
now
gosh.
I want you to think about it. I've got about 5 or 6 people I can go with. I'll go.
This is going to be bad. I can already tell you.
Whoa, were you that? You were that? All right, hold on. Oh gosh. All right, were you a brunette? Were you someone you like the dark-haired dudes or the blonde-haired dudes?
I've always liked brunettes.
All right, then I'll pick Scott Baio or Donny Osmond.
Oh, that's hard, but yeah, Donnie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was just so talented, and I just watched him from Marie and Donnie Marie.
Wow, even I had a crush on Scott Baio.
I had a crush on him, but Donnie.
Oh, wait, did I say that? Wait, hold on. This microphone's not on, is it? Check. I didn't say that out loud. Didn't mean to. Donny Osmond, he and Marie, they were. I thought you would be a Scott Baio.
Nope.
All right,
the purple socks.
So nicely called on the purple socks.
Yeah.
No coaching there, folks. She's pulling them out now. And I guess, all right, you've already said Donny Osmond, but just as a bonus question, Donny Osmond or give it a couple seconds to think. Donny Osmond or Sean Cassidy?
Still Donnie.
Oh,
Donnie.
Boy,
yeah.
you are a Donnie Ronnie.
I'm a diehard Donnie.
There we go. All right, last one. Growing up, you don't have to say who it was, but when would have been the first? When you got your first boyfriend, what grade would you have been in? I mean, and the interpretation of what's a boyfriend is open, but I mean, what grade would you have been where you're like, yes, I've got a boyfriend, if someone would have asked?
Third
grade.
Third.
Okay, you're in third grade. What's more important, that your boyfriend gives you a birthday gift or a Valentine's Day gift?
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Really?
Of course, yes.
Do you? And again, this is a long time ago. These are not practiced or anything. Do you remember what would have been the first Valentine's Day gift that you got? And if you want to name who it's from, that's up to you.
I do remember. Let's see. I cannot think of his name though.
Oh my! Wow,
Yeah,
you
sad.
sound like every girl I've ever went out with, including like a few weeks ago. But go ahead.
He got me. No, his name was Alex Napier. And he got me a little heart necklace.
Really?
Second grade, yes.
Oh.
And he wasn't even my boyfriend. So that's what.
Was he after he got you the heart necklace?
No.
He's,
No, he was just a friend. He stayed my friend.
you know, Alex Napier was running around saying that Susan Weekley was his first girlfriend.
And probably I don't think he stayed at the school very long. He's probably not, doesn't even remember me.
Oh, you don't sell yourself short like that. The first, I think it was Christmas. It wasn't Valentine's. The first quote unquote girlfriend I ever had was a girl named Molly Hines.
I remember that name.
And Molly listens to this show. Hi, Molly. I'm getting ready to tell our 45's story. And Molly called me right before Christmas and said, "Hey, I've got your Christmas gift. When can I come up and drop it off?" Which I had nothing.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know that was part of the deal. I was new to the plan.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, how about tomorrow or whatever? Luckily, my sister was there, who's 8 years older than I am. I was like, Molly Hines is coming over. She says she's got a gift. I don't have anything. I don't know why I talk like Mickey Mouse, but anyway. And she was like, well, you better get her something. And I was like, well, what's free?
What's free?
And she, oh, Lord. She said, okay, I've got these. She had like these candles that she had been selling at Huntington High that didn't sell. There were those, remember those candles that were like
lava candle?
No, they were like candles that were in like a cylinder, but the cylinder had like glittery,
I think I remember,
glittery stuff on the outside that was like a gravelish, glittery thing.
Okay.
She was like, I've got an extra one of these if you want it. And I was, oh my gosh, that would be great. And then she told me $50. I was like, no, I'm not kidding. She was like, I'll let you have one of these candles. Awesome. So Molly came over and gave me 2 45s.
Oh, how sweet.
Casey and the Sunshine Band, Please Don't Go. And Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You.
Really?
And I swear,
Really?
and I remember that because I was going,
Oh.
wait a second, I Was Made for Loving You and Please Don't Go. I think we might be getting married.
Yeah.
And here's your candle.
Yeah. Did she like it?
You'd have to ask Molly. I think I remember. I might have dreamt it. She said that she burned it with my little, like, you know, those little wallets, or not even wallet size
pictures.
Yeah, the smaller ones. The ones that you had to have like a microscope to look at.
Yeah.
What? Those aren't wallet size. Those are personal size, like the littlest ones. So she from what I remember her telling me is she burned it like I had passed away.
Oh.
but anyway, yeah,
Right.
and but yeah, I don't know why I've remembered that. It has nothing to do with Roll-A-Rama. Let's get back. Sorry, folks. Sometimes we'll go down these little blasts from the past, but all right. So Roll-A-Rama. I found a couple photos of my Roll-A-Rama parties, and I remember that, yes, you had to invite everyone. Mm-hmm. And I remember that...
no, wait, was that a rule? Was that a rule they had?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
I don't know if that was... Because I know, like, when it was Valentine's Day, you had to get a Valentine for every kid in the class.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which was very weird for me to fill out a Valentine to Simon Gerke and say, I know this says be my Valentine, but we're still just going to be buddies.
Right.
I mean, no. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if that's a Roll-A-Rama. If you all know the answer, put it in the remarks on the Facebook page, because I don't remember if that's Roll-A-Rama.
It sounds like a classroom thing, but who knows?
We talked about the cupcakes.
We did.
Susan Weekley, your favorite cupcake, not cake, cupcake. Everybody at home, play the same way. I think I've got mine. We need the best cake mix and the best frosting to go on top of that. And if it's crazy, that's fine. No adornments, no strawberry slice on the top or anything.
Are we talking nowadays?
Oh, good question. Which one do you want to play? Do you want to play then or now? It's up to you.
Let's play then.
Okay, back then.
Back then.
Your favorite cake mix would be what?
Chocolate.
Oh, okay. I went with vanilla. Nothing wrong with it. I ain't got nothing wrong with no chocolate. Yeah. And then frosting would be?
Chocolate.
You're a chocolate on chocolate gal.
All the way.
All right. I would have gone chocolate on vanilla, but I wouldn't. Yeah, you can tell by the size of pants that I wear. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever. All right. We're going to do quickly. Let's talk about Roll-A-Rama today.
Okay.
So Susan and I met at Roll-A-Rama. A couple interesting observations. First of all, they were very, very nice. I mean, they were obviously much younger than us, but were very nice as far as helping us get our skates.
Yeah.
You can get, all right, I couldn't believe how little it cost. $5 to get in.
Right.
$5, which includes your skate rental.
Yeah.
Now, the trick is $5 includes skate rental, and these skates are from 1932. There are severed toes already in some of them. Right. I had to dig mine out and stuff. And that's fine. That's included in the $5. Or then I think it's new skates.
The old and the new.
Yeah, the new skates. I was like, no, if I'm going all old.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So we got the grungy brown that were really brown.
And they just felt right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We couldn't stop or anything. You skated very well for someone who only had 3 skates on one.
Down once.
I wasn't going to bring that up, and I told you I told you I wasn't going to bring it up.
I did. I fell down. You didn't.
I didn't. Now, all right, and let me ask: were you more impressed? Be honest. Were you more? How should I phrase this? I just impressed. Were you more impressed when you saw me grabbing the rail and pulling myself as fast as I could, or trying to do it without the rail and walking like someone who's never walked before?
Oh, definitely without the rail, the railless version.
All right, so the railless WG is where I need to go.
Yeah.
Oh man,
no crutches.
Meanwhile.
The little kids crutch. Remember the little kids?
Yes, I remember them doing Ring Around the Rosie around me.
But no. The kids that had the 3.
I thought they were walkers.
Yeah, so did I at first.
Yeah, they have like little things. They look like walkers, like in a hospital, but they're for little kids. And these kids were using these walkers, and
to learn how to skate.
Well, I thought that
I know. But
I'm used to seeing that in a hospital. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like charity day.
Yeah.
And then I realized, wait, these kids are just learning to skate. I thought I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
And then I went in and asked, of course, like a dummy. And they're like, no, people ask all the time. We don't have them for adults. And I was like, could I just have 2 of them and maybe put one on top of each? No. And people ask all the time. Okay. So, but overall, we were there, and yeah, the price was unbelievable. It was great. Music. The music was the music that you would think that they would have. I will have to say, and I swear I'm not. It's not. I thought it was funny when they were playing one song, and I remember you said, I don't remember them playing any of these songs back then. I was like, well, all of these songs are new.
Right.
Until they got to the worst, the worst song that they played, which I couldn't believe they played. And all the kids started screaming, which was
Baby Shark.
Oh my God.
Well, the beginning of that sounds like Jaws, right? So that's what I thought it was.
I don't know what his name. I should have gone over and given props to that DJ dude, because I saw him over there with the CDs. He played Jaws and went in from Jaws to Baby Shark.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. And all of a sudden, we're surrounded by 7-year-olds and stuff. I didn't realize how long that song was.
Yeah, it's a pretty long song.
It's like baby, and then mama and daddy and grandpa and grandma and aunt and uncle and milkman. There's no milkman. There's no such thing as milkman anymore. But, I mean, just what, Amazon driver and Grubhub person. I mean, I was like, good God, is this ever going to end? The other thing I noticed is they've done a good job of keeping it up.
Yeah.
However, the Huntington area is known for potholes in the road.
Correct.
It seems like they may have tried to be a little too authentic by having some potholes here and there in the rink. Right.
And on the sides. Not in the middle, but on the sides, they just let them stay.
Yeah, and I saw him, and I felt so proud when I navigated myself around him. I went, at least I'm not down in the hole.
Right. It's to teach you.
Yeah. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would give it
for something to do.
Yeah.
It's a good 7.
If you've got kids.
Yeah.
Kids would love it.
Kids will do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if you have kids, that's a pretty cool, very budget-wise way of hanging out.
Change of pace.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Yeah. So, all right, Susan, any final thoughts that you have of our Roll-A-Rama experience? I know we were there 10 minutes, and that's when you started going, yeah, I really need to go.
No, we skated for a good hour. We did.
Yeah, you went around several times, and I went around 3 in that hour. And they do still play the Limbo.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that.
They played Limbo and the Ghostbusters game, which is they play the Ghostbusters song, and every time they say the word Ghostbusters, you have to turn and go the other direction.
Yeah. Something like that. But that's not what we played back in the day.
No, we had the corner game. And the corner game, and I can't remember what.
We did a couple skate too. I remember at our parties.
There were a couple skate, and was there a ladies' choice maybe?
Ladies something.
I think that's where I made the most of my money, was the ladies' choice game, because I had a booth set up. And I'd auction myself off. Yeah. I mean, I remember walking out of one of those parties in 4th grade with like $320. It was, I was kind of a big deal. And now here I am doing a podcast. Anyway, we're going to wrap up on our end. Oh, Roll-A-Rama. God bless you, Roll-A-Rama. Thank you to my special guest, Susan, for being here. And check out all the other episodes. We certainly appreciate you listening. It's the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine, and we are out of here.
Thanks for listening to the Huntington Tri-State Time Machine, brought to you by Realty Exchange, the top performing real estate company in the Huntington, West Virginia Tri-State Area. If you have a memory you would want WG to talk more about, just send him an email at memories@htstimemachine.com or post a comment on the Time Machine Facebook group page. Did you like this episode? Be sure to share it with friends and family. You can find a link in the show notes that you can use to share it. And be sure to let Realty Exchange know that you like the podcast as well. Their contact information can be found in this episode's show notes.